Hi guys, this is Mr. Long right here from the heart of downtown Nifley, Kentucky, coming to you with your lesson number 1 during these days that we are out of school. I hope and pray that all is going well and that you're enjoying your time at home resting while doing your schoolwork. I'm going to encourage you to please complete this work and turn it in as soon as you can. And as you are taking notes through this PowerPoint, it goes right along with your worksheet. Pause the video so that you can write the information down. Rewind it if you need to hear it again. And at the end of this video, I will tell you what your next steps are. Okay, so let's get started. Let's look at number 1 on our sheet. We're going to just talk again about how to graph linear equations. After looking at our work the last couple of weeks, I realized that we just need some extra practice on this. And so we're going to start with this today. On number 1, it says y equals negative 2/5 x minus 3. And remember, we always want to start by making sure our equation is in slope-intercept form. And remember, slope-intercept form is y equals mx plus b. Y equals mx plus b. And if you look at your equation, we're going to start with our y-intercept, which is negative 3. And I've already graphed that on the coordinate plane at negative 3. So let's put that point on your coordinate plane at negative 3. The next point that we want to graph is the slope. And the slope is negative 2/5. So from that point, the y-intercept, from this point right here, I want to take my pencil and I want to move another point to negative 2/5. So from the y-intercept, I'm going to, let's do that again. I'm going to go down 2 and then go to the right 5. I went down 2 because the slope is negative. And I put the negative with the top number. Remember, you're going to put the negative with the top number or the negative with the bottom number. And now that I have my 2 points, all I do is graph my line. And there is our graph for the linear equation y equals negative 2/5 x minus 3. Okay, let's go to number 2. Y equals 1/2 x plus 5. Okay, so let's look at, once again, what is our y-intercept in this problem? Plus 5. So I'm going to put a point on the y-axis at 5. Okay, then what is my y-intercept? Oh, I'm sorry, my slope? Positive 1/2. So from this point, the y-intercept, I'm going to go up 1 and to the right 2, and there is the point according to my slope. And now I'm going to draw a line, and there is our graph. Okay, let's look at number 3. Y equals 6x minus 1. And so we want to graph our y-intercept, which is negative 1. And then our slope is 6. But we're going to make it a fraction by putting it over 1. And since it's positive 6, that means I'm going to go up 6 and to the right 1. Well, what if I wanted to graph another point below my y-intercept? So instead of going up 6 and to the right 1, I can go down 6 and to the left 1. Y'all hear my dog Chica in the back? If I did that, it would put a point down here. And as you see, down 6 and to the left 1, it still falls along that line. Okay, now let's look at number 10. Graph the following linear equation. 5x plus 4y equals negative 20. Now here's the problem. It's in standard form. I've got to convert it to slope-intercept form. And so to do that, the first thing I want to do is subtract 5x from both sides. Once I do that, that's going to leave me with 4y on the left side and negative 5x minus 20 on the right side. And we really want to focus on right now writing this in the correct form. Y equals the slope x plus or minus the y-intercept. Okay? I don't have y by itself, so the next thing I need to do is I need to divide everything by 4. Because what you do to one side, you do to the other. So the 4's cancel out, just like I want it to, and I'm left with y equals negative 5/4 x minus 5, because negative 20 divided by 4 is negative 5. Now the next thing I want to do is graph this on my coordinate plane. So the first point is going to be at negative 5. And then from that point, I'm going to go down 5 and to the right 4, because I'm going to put the negative with the 5. Or, as I mentioned earlier, we can go the opposite direction, and I could have put the negative with the 4, which means I now go up 5 from the y-intercept and to the left 4 because the negative is with the bottom, and then I graph my line. Miss Bertram just sent me a text. Okay, now one more. Let's look at this one. 2x minus 10y equals 20. Just like number 10, it's in standard form, and I need it to go to slope-intercept form. So the first thing I want to do is subtract 2x from both sides. And that leaves me with negative 10y equals negative 2x plus 20. We still don't have y by itself, so I'm going to divide everything by negative 10. And when I do that, I'm left with y equals 1/5 x minus 2. So let's graph this now. My y-intercept is negative 2, so I'll put a point at negative 2. My slope is 1/5. So from my y-intercept, from that negative 2, I'm going to go up 1 and to the right 5. Or if we wanted to go the opposite direction, I could go down 1 and to the left 5, because we know a negative over a negative becomes a positive. So there's my third point. And then I could graph my line. Now that third point is not necessary, but I just want you to see that that's how you can do that if you run out of room on your graph. Okay, so here's your assignment. Complete lesson 1, numbers 1 through 17. And I want you to make sure that you show all your work on numbers 10 through 17. Once you complete the worksheet, take a picture of both sides and upload it into Google Classroom or send through Remind Me. And then hold on to your worksheet, because you will need to turn that in when we return back to school. If you have any questions, feel free to contact me through Google Classroom or Remind Me. Have a great day, guys. See you soon.